Hey, what's happening, everybody? Steve here, Raiken Profit over RaikenProfit.com. Coming back to you with another video in front of a beautiful, how would we call this, a pond, I guess? It's large.
You could maybe
Is it a lake?
It might be a lake.
A lake?
I'd give it. Yeah, it's a lake.
It's beautiful though. Definitely pan around, Zach, show them around. But we're here, beautiful day in Connecticut with Romer, 24-year-old entrepreneur, went from $12,000 in sales in March to just crossing over 70,000. We've recorded a whole bunch of videos with him today. If you guys haven't seen them, I'll link them up down below. But this is the video you're gonna wanna watch right here. I'm gonna put it right over his face. That's his story of how he went from 12 to 70,000. He shares his profit margins, which are around like 20 to 30%, probably somewhere in the middle. We shared his whole entire journey of how he's done it and stuff. We've talked about restricted inventory today. We've talked about scaling your business. We answered a comment from someone who was having trouble scaling. So, I mean, we've covered a lot of stuff, but today we're gonna talk about library sales. I know you love library sales.
Yeah, it's competitive out there, guys. I love bringing people to library sales for the first time, especially my competitive friends, because they pick up so fast, because everyone, it's a matter of like 30 minutes to 1 hour is really all you got to get the barcode books. So it's just, you got to go hard within that time. How
do you find a library sale? For the people who are watching right now, maybe they're going to thrift stores, garage sales, Facebook Marketplace to find books. Where do you find library sales, and is it something people should look into?
Booksalefinder.com. You can go find all your library sales there. You can also find library sales just driving around. I think we saw a sign for one recently, or you just knew that
they're not all advertised. Some of the best ones aren't advertised.
The best ones aren't advertised. You called me up one time and you felt like you were like a crab at the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
You know, because there's so much competition, which is, it's fun, but it's also stressful. But at the end of the day, you're running a business, you know, you want to get as much profit as you can. You got to be smart about it. So go to the library sales that aren't advertised. There's booksalesfound.com, but honestly, what booksalesfound.com does is they do what you should be doing. They call up the libraries and they ask, is there a library sale? And then then on this website, they have all the secret library sales. But I mean, you should own your city, guys. Like, you should know exactly when all the library sales are gonna happen, like the recurring ones. Maybe you get your own setup because like they don't even know that library sales exist and you can help them set one up. Like, and then you get everything first.
Just type in library, your town. There's usually like 3 or 4 in every single town. Like, there's usually typically like a big public one. And then like, for example, right down the road over there, if you pan over, there's like this old 1700s house that kind of looked like a church. I didn't know what it was. And all of a sudden I saw a library sign up saying books for sale today. And I went down and I must have scooped up like 80 books. Nobody was there.
Right.
I didn't make the most money. Some of them were only $3, $4 profit each. But you could just tell no resellers had gone there.
And so this video is actually targeted towards the more competitive sales, because even though they're competitive, you probably should either have one of your team members go or go yourself, because they're still worth it. But there's a technique to it. So this video is geared towards the competitive landscape of a library sale. And just know there's only a certain amount, you only have 30 minutes to an hour. So you want to make sure you're maximizing, you're minimizing all the time you're wasting when you're in there.
So what are the steps that people, let's go through the process of preparation beforehand.
Yep.
So you find it on Book Sale Finder, you find it in your local town, to finding as much as you can. What's happening in the middle?
So you want to have like it map, or you want to have it on your calendar like a month out. So you want to know, okay, there's 4 library sales happening. You want to make sure you get to the pre-sale. This is huge.
What's a pre-sale?
So a pre-sale is where they let Friends members go. That's generally, almost all these library sales are held by the Friends group. So the Friends of the library puts them on, and they let members of the Friends group, which you pay $10 and you're a member. You can pay at the door to become a member.
Is that per year or per month? Or?
Generally, I think it's per year.
Okay.
So I think some are lifetime. Like, I'll get messages from like libraries up here in Connecticut, Vermont, Tennessee. I get them all over the place now because I'm on their email list. But so you want to make sure you call the library and find out, is there a pre-sale? Because it might not be advertised on the website.
Pre-sale, do you just go and look, or can you buy?
You can buy.
Really?
Most of the time, and make sure you can buy it at the pre-sale. Make sure you ask. But yeah, you generally help them set up, or you just go in and browse. And a lot of booksellers are catching on. They know pre-sales are the time to go. So even at the pre-sale, it's going to be pretty competitive. So you want to make sure that you're getting there first. As far as being at the front of the line, I had a buddy that believed like he would show up like an hour early to library sales, and I'm like, dude, I don't think it matters that much. And then he would always choke when the library sale finally opened. He would like freak out and just go to the first section. I'm like, dude, you waited an hour in line here, and then you come in, and you just go to the very first thing, like you're scanning like biographies or something, like a terrible section, which I'll get into like the sections you should scan in a second. But when you walk in, take a deep breath and be like, all right, and look around, look for the textbooks, look for the valuable books, look for the books with barcodes, because the barcode books are the most important starting out. You don't want to go to a section with a bunch of non-barcodes at the very beginning of the sale. So you want to get there, you want to be in line. Maybe it helps to be at the front, but honestly, probably not that much.
To interrupt you really quick, I saw a post, I think it was in Caleb's group, where people would put like books or placeholders there the night before. Did you see that post?
No.
Look into it, it's in the community. People are known to, and leave a comment down below if we have any diehard library sale sourcers. People will come the night before and put placeholders in line, and those placeholders are supposedly good. That sounds crazy, right?
That is great. It's like some Black Friday type
Yeah,
stuff.
it's crazy. But anyways, keep going. You were talking about barcodes.
Yeah. So let me back up real quick. You want to make sure you have some type of dolly or cart. I like getting, this is my favorite combination, is you can buy from Home Depot for like 30 bucks, collapsible dollies. Raiken, we're talking on the way here. You said you can buy for 20 bucks on Amazon?
Not that, I think like 40 bucks.
Okay. So yeah, 30 to 40 bucks for this collapsible dolly. And then this is my favorite thing to do, is get Home Depot boxes, or U-Haul boxes are also really good. Small Home Depot boxes, and have a bunch that you didn't even build up yet. So like 3 on the back, and then have 2 or 3 built up and just 4 corner them. What I mean by 4 corners, you fold all 4 corners down.
Yeah.
Do people know? Is that like a general term?
I've seen you do it.
You want to have them like stacked up, ready to go. They're already built up, and then so at the sale you have 2 boxes ready to go, and then maybe have like a team member building more and more boxes for you, and you want to keep them like on the edge of the aisle. You don't want to like take up too much space in the actual sale, but you want to be moving fast. You don't want to waste time. You want to have your tape gun with you to build more boxes.
This is the biggest tip right here. I'm telling you. Sorry to interrupt you, but when I went to one of my first ones, I brought one of those plastic those like grocery bags that you bring. They're strong. Well, I went and I hit the textbook section first. And within like 6 or 7 textbooks, they were all big, bulky ones. They were all going for like 50 to 100. The whole thing just exploded, the bag. And now they're all over the ground. People are picking and like.
Yeah, well that goes, you want to bring a Sharpie too and write your name on the box and then 4 corner it again. So what I mean by 4 corners is fold all the corners down. So you want to close the box when you fill it up. It's going to make it easier to stack. No one's going to mess with it. And then write your name on the outside, because now a lot of people are going to watch this video and start using Home Depot boxes. People already use a lot of Home Depot boxes. Who's to say those Home Depot boxes aren't theirs? You know, here's another technique. If you're a thief, just walk in the library sale, pick up all the Home Depot boxes and go check out and get out of there.
Jeez.
Like I've done it by accident before, where I'm just like scanning. I'm like, this box is so good with books, and then I find out it's someone else, and they're not very happy about it. So.
Oh, they caught you going through it?
Yeah.
You didn't mean to. What's that like?
I actually ran away. I was like, this is way too good to be true, and it was my first library sale ever, and my heart was pounding. And I was like, shit, I was in Washington State, and I was just like, I'm like from Tennessee, and I'm like, I gotta get out of here right now. So I went to the other side of the library sale and started scanning. But I saw her go back and actually left some of my profitable books there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because I was going through them. So make sure you get a Sharpie and write your name on it. So have the supplies, have plenty of boxes, be optimistic, bring too many boxes, and don't rely on the library's boxes. And plus, you're gonna ship out of those boxes anyway, so why not have them already built up, ready to go? So when you get home or drop them off at your lister's house, that's what I do. They're ready. The boxes are built up, so now all you gotta do is pull them out and put them in another box.
How important is it to have the proper equipment with you outside of like the supplies, like a phone, a scanner, scanning software? Are there any specific ones?
That's a really good point. So you want to make sure you have Scout IQ with the downloadable database. Scout IQ. The reason why you want a downloadable database is it's all about speed. The downloadable database, it allows you to make decisions just like that, because all the decisions have already been made, yes, no, based on your triggers. So when you scan a book, it's instant. It's like faster than you could comprehend.
It's not the most accurate, right? Live is always going to be more accurate.
Yeah, live's more accurate, but it's like you're going to send the book. The book's not going to become active for another 2 weeks.
So it's never fully accurate anyway.
Yeah, because the prices are always fluctuating.
So who cares if it's 24 hours off? If your book's really going to die off over 24 hours.
I go into library sales with like 2-month-old databases sometimes.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people don't agree with that.
Well, it's speed. Again, it's speed, because an extra might add up to 15 minutes, could cost you an extra $200 easily.
Yeah. Well, here's my thought process behind having an old database is, let's say if it wasn't good, or if it was good 2 months ago and I do a live search that's not good today, I don't want to send it in. And vice versa. If it was like negative profit 2 months ago, but it's profitable today, I want to know that. So I'll see it's negative profit 2 months ago. It's profitable today. What about the next 2 months, or what about next week? So I think there's value to live lookups, but at a library sale, you want to bang them out. So you literally want to get as many scans as you can in that 1 hour.
Make sure your phone's charged. Make sure you have your downloadable database. Make sure you
use a scanner. Yeah, we did
get
talk
a scanner.
about that.
We've got a Natamu. If you go to RaikenProfit.com/scanner, I think it'll link you right to the Natamu that we both use.
Sweet.
You can use your phone, obviously, but it's going to slow you down. It's speed.
I'm
Speed is the name of the game.
Link there. I didn't know you had one on your website.
Hey, man, you know, ever since I learned about it from you, I had to make one.
Yeah.
You know, learn from the best.
It's a very good scanner, and you can get it at Amazon Prime. So
I think it was like 50 or 60 bucks or something.
$60 brand new.
That's cheap.
And it's starting to go down, actually.
Yeah.
You can buy them used, but I would just get it new.
So what type of ranks should people be focusing on at library sales?
Set your triggers and don't overthink it. I think people should be picking up higher ranked books. I picked up a $2,000 set from a library sale in New Jersey, and I sold it. So you want to set your triggers and know what you want. So I just go with Caleb's
The
default
custom triggers. So on Scout IQ, they build what are called triggers, which are just known as rules. So for example, if a book is making X amount of profit and it's within a certain frame of rank and the E-score, there's a couple different pieces that make up the formula.
Yep.
If it checks off with the rule, then it's gonna, you know, make a little ding noise
Yeah.
if you have headphones on, or it's gonna show green, or it's gonna show red, or make a beep.
Yeah, this is what I recommend for triggers. Just raise the first 4 on Scout IQ, the default triggers. Caleb Roth made these, super smart guy, just trust him. I would raise the floor to $4 though, so you're not spending $1 to make $1. Especially people, you know, just starting out, you don't want to spend a lot of money.
You're gonna create a job for yourself.
Right,
real
yeah,
quick.
and you're gonna have way too many books to deal with, and a lot of the books are gonna tank in price, so you're gonna filter through a lot of the crap. And you don't want to, when you're in the sale, don't even look at the screen. Get your headphones in like Zach has right now. He's behind recording, and just go hard. Just listen to the boom, 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 ding, and whenever it's green, throw it in the box.
And I notice a lot of people, Romer, at the end, they go through and they double check everything.
Yeah, so you can do it at the end. But during the sale, this advice isn't transferable to like when you're going to a thrift store, or when you're going through a Gaylord. It's much different at a very competitive library sale because you literally only have that 1 hour. So you want to, did you get 2,000 scans? Did you get 3,000? Because it's a big difference.
You could make hundreds, if not thousands, multiple thousands at a library sale if you hit that right.
Yeah, and if you go in there with the team, 100%.
Oh gosh.
So it's all about, that's the whole purpose of bringing a team to a library sale is to get more scans. You just got to figure out how can I get the most scans within these first 30 minutes. And after that 30 minutes, what I would do next is I like to pull out the Amazon Seller app. They have great, and this is a free app, great facial, I call it facial recognition, but cover recognition.
Yeah, it'll scan the cover.
And then what you're gonna do is go back through, actually I use this technique. So if you're at a huge library sale, you're gonna go to a section that you know like 5 people have already rated. Go ahead and scan. Maybe they left something behind, maybe their triggers are like crazy high. Go ahead and scan it. And then what you're gonna do is every time you hit a book without a barcode, pull it out a little bit. And only do this for like 20 books at a time, because I actually screwed this up one time. I went too far this way, and then someone started messing up my books. So you want to pull them out a little bit. When you get about 10 books pulled out, you want to batch everything together because you're gonna go way faster. Pull out the Amazon Seller app and go back through and just cover scan everything. Yeah. And
there's a lot of money in the non-barcodes, guys.
Yeah, and
a lot of money.
If a book has no barcode, no dust cover, no artwork on the front cover, the Amazon Seller app's not going to pick it up because it's just like a red book or whatever.
Got it.
What you want to do is pull it out, open up the cover, and there's like the inside title page. You want to scan that.
Good.
And
I learned that from you, man.
Yeah.
That made me money at the auction the other day. I bought a bunch of book sets. One of them was worth, I think you scanned it. I think it was, I don't know, over 100 or something, 140 bucks. And I couldn't find it, but I found it by scanning that first page.
Yeah.
And I found the set.
Yeah, you guys could stay at library sales for hours doing this, and it'd probably be worth your time. And library sales are such an interesting thing in the book community because it's such a psychological, it's like really hitting at like the root of our evolutionary psychology, because people want to go where people want to go. So if everyone's going somewhere, people value it more. If everyone's wearing certain shoes, people are like, oh, those are the shoes to wear. So when everyone's at a library sale, everyone's like, oh, this is where I should be. It's not true. We were just talking about how if you're at a library sale by yourself, that's the best library sale to be at. So just know that everyone's going to get up and leave. And what's going to happen is your animal brain's going to be like, oh, everything's worthless now.
They all go at the same time.
Yeah, everyone's going to leave at once, and then you're going to be like, oh, it's all picked over. Everyone's leaving because your body's smart, your brain's smart, and it knows, oh, if everyone's leaving, the resources must be all picked over. But they don't know that there's a ton of non-barcodes out there that you can still scan.
Yeah, one of the latest sales I went to, there was like 150 people there, dude. It was a massacre.
Yeah.
It was the same one that guy ripped the book out of my hand.
Exactly.
By the way, what would you have done in my situation? The book sale set off, I ran down, went to grab it, and we both kind of grabbed it at the same time. I beat him though, and he's just like ripped it out of my hand. He's like, F you. What would you have done in that situation?
Wow.
He literally told me to go F myself.
I
beat him there. I don't know why he was so angry.
I would have definitely get really competitive.
What do you think you honestly would have done? Do you think we would put him in a little wrestling cradle?
I don't think I would have wrestled him. I wouldn't have gotten physical at the library sale. I'd probably laugh.
That's what I did. I
make a little Instagram story of him and be like, hey, what's up? I would just troll him a little bit.
So I make kind of a joke out of this, probably because I'm like slightly butthurt. But what advice would you give to people who are dealing with very aggressive people at the book sale? It's aggressive because they're pushing.
It's a scarcity mindset. Just keep your energy light, have fun, and just tell them, like I told this one guy, I was like, you're the second fastest scanner in the room right now. Just joke around with them.
Yeah.
It's really funny because it's like, guys, it's just books. It's like really funny.
But they're hungry.
They are, yeah. And just use that to fuel your creative energy and just find different ways to get books. Be smarter. Like don't be like the rest of them. Find ways to get books. Just know that after you leave that sale, have like 5 things lined up on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist. Just know that when they go home, they're waiting for the next library sale because they're not creative. Get creative with the way you get books. Good advice. You know what I mean?
One thing that kind of screwed me over at that book sale as well, I didn't realize that they were pricing the books differently. So I don't know if you've noticed, but at certain library sales, the textbooks, they'll price them at like 15, 26, 11. Yeah, I was in Glastonbury, Connecticut, so it's very high end. But some were like 3 and 5. But then everything else was like $1.
Yeah.
And that caught me by surprise because some of them I was like, I got to put these back. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Have you found that?
Again, at the very end of the sale, I wouldn't worry about it during the sale. I wouldn't be checking prices because a lot of library sales will put it in the top right corner. Don't worry about it till the very end though. Go back through and be like, oh, this is a $5 book. And you can even tell the people checking you out. Be really nice with the friends. Like you want the friends to be your friend.
Yeah.
Because they might be like, oh, we have a whole nother room of books back here.
Exactly.
So you want to be nice with them, but you could ask them, you'd be like, hey, when you're checking these out, could you please put all the $5 and up books in a pile? Just because I didn't realize that they were $5 and up.
Good advice.
And some library sales actually make you, when you put everything in your cart or in your box, they require you to check it out.
Got it.
So you got to be a little careful then. Which even then, if you're nice to them and you're like, oh, I really didn't realize this. Like, I'm gonna buy most of this, but I can't buy this $15 book. They'll be cool with you.
Cool.
So just be a good person. Be friends with the friends group, and then really utilize that 30 minutes you have. There's like a 30-minute window that the profitable barcodes are good for picking.
And get out there.
After that, the 2 hours after, you could hang out at a library sale 2 or 3 hours after that and pick the non-barcodes. But up until then,
cool.
Get after it.
Hey, well, appreciate your advice. Hopefully you guys found value in this video. If you've been struggling to get more inventory, maybe the prices at your thrift stores are going up, or you're having a hard time sourcing more, and it's important. The more you source.
Can I add one more thing?
Yeah, throw it in.
So I know a lot of people ask me what sections to scan first. I would go textbooks first, then I would go just nonfiction. So like really weird stuff, like I always say horse breeding, like just like strange stuff. You want to go after like the most niche-y books. Obviously barcode books, you want to focus on those, but textbooks, find those first, scan those, because there might be a $50 book hiding out somewhere. Art books are also really good, and then it just trickles down. Scan fiction at the very, very end, and yeah, so.
Cool, awesome, well, appreciate you.
Great.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Like it if you've enjoyed it, comment, subscribe. If you have any other tips, share them down below. And be sure to subscribe to Romer as well on YouTube. I'll put links on the screen, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.